And that's why there have been reports of military people I'm working with who have astrally projected and slammed into an ET craft accidentally and been looked at quite clumsily by the ETs, who look at them and say, my God, why don't you watch where you're going? I said, look, Larry, they've already flown over the White House and Congress. I got a photograph of it. We have our ICBMs at Minot, North Dakota, neutralized by a UFO that comes over. But if you're a militarist, you might not be happy about that event when they melt the silo door and they neutralize the computer, onboard computer of the ICBM. And at the same time, the same event is happening in a similar time frame in Russia. Well, that particular event it has happened several times. George Napper, I can't remember the exact, I'm not good with the Russian names. I think it's near the Caucasus, but I'm not 100% sure of that.
Aside from hunting Bigfoot, this American gentleman carves messages into the crops in naive attempts at communication. This year it's the inspired question, where do you live? With his credibility in the Circles community non-existent, he was only able to persuade one fresh croppie to help him.
He just come straight up to me and quite bluntly said, would you like to be part of Crop Circle history? And I was like, wow, like Crop Circle history, I'd really like to be part of that, Eventually, the line that really bought it for me was, I'll buy you lunch and I'll buy you a pint. And I thought, oh, right, well, now we're talking, now this is business,
Simulacra has become his occupational hazard. This, apparently, is the face of paranormal researcher Charles Fort, contained in a crop formation. The subject does, though, attract some charming people.
The pictures on the bus, the inspiration is we come a few years now in South England, and we like it to come. And this winter we repaint the bus, and then we get the idea to make crop formation on it. And we like it. It is a very good art to do. It gives a good feeling. We met each other in the church of Avebury. She was on a part by the stones, and I was on the other part. And a voice in me said, go to the church. And she was on that other part, and a voice in her said, go to the church. And we met each other in the church of Avebury. And there was a dienst.
A service.
A service. And it was very strange. And it was like a marriage for us together.
Others prefer to fly by the seat of their pants.
So where are we off to now?
I don't know.
Over the years, I've gained a healthy respect for this rare breed of croppie.
Pretty visible from the mountains.
With no particular theory, they keep themselves to themselves and are in it primarily for sheer enjoyment.
Supposedly the heat explodes the names. I've only ever found a few.
Riding shotgun with these two led to a meeting with another local artist.
I mean, it would be great if someone from somewhere else was graffitiing on our planet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, there's a flat field.
Intergalactic artist,
yeah.
That's the one, yeah.
Feeling, but whether that is the true source.
Well, it's not far away from the truth of it at all, really.
What if that means aliens think this place is like a bog, people draw on bog walls, don't it?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Good point, mate.
Okay. Nice meeting you. Bye.
After the spectacular formations of 1996, expectations were high for more of the same. We were not to be disappointed. On the ground, Circles have become an amateur media circus. Although enjoying something of a renaissance, in recent years, mainstream coverage has been conspicuous by its absence. For this reason, circles have gone digital.
Our mission basically is to be a window for the crop circle phenomenon. And what that basically means is that we take on a whole range of viewpoints, obviously from the metaphysical side of things, the skeptical viewpoint as well. So we like to look at it from both angles, and I think that's why it's been so successful.
The Crop Circle Connector is now the third most widely hit non-commercial website in England. For the teetotaler, there's even a virtual barge in, courtesy of AJ's Wiltshire Weirdness Gallery. But nothing beats being there. As dusk falls, the pure magic of Wessex comes to the fore. People pile out of the pubs and head for the hills, eager to catch hoaxes, or witness a formation occurring, or engage in the ever-popular sport of UFO spotting.
Basically, we're looking for UFOs and anything to do with crop circles, weird phenomena, you know.
So you're going to look up for your answers, aren't you? Right, it draws you, doesn't it?
From all the evidence and everything that there's been said about UFOs, it's a fact that something is going to come about by the millennium. Maybe a mass landing situation.
We think that people are being misled by the media, probably not intentionally. It's something new, and you've got to really go and do your field work yourself. You've got to get out there and see what exactly is going on for yourself.
We are looking for light phenomena and hopefully a craft, which we're yet to see. But like C. Seti says, you can initiate contact, and we are trying.
It should be recognised that Alton Barnes lies under several flight paths, and 20 miles away is one of the largest military areas in Britain. With night skies so busy, over-enthusiasm and untrained eyes can lead some to believe that aliens are just about everywhere.
We're seeing a triangle of lights here.
A wedge shape, they're each identical brightness. They're about third or fourth magnitude in brightness.
And
they're retaining the same shape exactly. They're
just
travelling slowly north.
Silently moving across the sky. The background
slower than most other satellites would travel. Very slow. Consistent.
Wow. That was just amazing.
Daylight skies are crowded with objects too. Mostly it's light aircraft ferrying hordes of photographers over the formations. Tour groups are increasingly common, giving rise to press reports of the circles as a growing industry. There's no question that the local economy receives an annual boost from its paranormal invaders. But, despite brisk business for pubs and campsites, despite numerous conferences and lectures, despite the explosion of magazine sales, despite the vast range of accessories that are now available, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, bags, cards, badges, and jewellery, despite all the books on the subject, despite the fact that for some farmers...
It's going to change my pocket a little bit.
The number of researchers who actually make a living from it can be counted on the fingers of one hand. The burden of bankrolling their obsession and the strain of dealing with a skeptical world has taken its toll on some believers. It's no surprise that they feel very strongly about the people they perceive as hoaxers.
I think they're the scum of the earth.
It's a waste of time, a waste of the farmer's crop, and really they're doing no one any favours at all.
Most of them are psychopaths, And at the very least, they're sociopaths. They're antisocial.
Many times when I have been confronted with people that claim to have made crop circles, I've openly admitted to them that if I ever caught them in the field making crop circles, I would beat the hell out of them.